Hi everyone, I'm Owen O'Sullivan
And I'm Lauren Joyce.
and we're your FM managers for this year. This year's 12-hour broadcast is in aid of LauraLynn's Children's Hospice. Today we're here with Elizabeth who's going to tell us a bit about LauraLynn. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you for being
Thanks
here with
for
us
coming.
today.
Thanks for fundraising for us. We really appreciate it.
No worries. The first question is, who is LauraLynn and what do you guys do? What kind of services do you provide?
Yeah. So LauraLynn is Ireland's only children's hospice. It was set up in 2011. It's in memory of two little girls called Laura and Lynn. They were two sisters, and unfortunately they passed away from separate illnesses, unrelated illnesses. And their parents actually realised at the time, through their their circumstances, that there was no children's hospice in Ireland. So they decided to fundraise, and really it's about offering families choice when it comes to the diagnosis of a child with a life-limiting condition. So we support children from 0 to 18. They're diagnosed with a life-limiting condition and they're offered palliative care support here in LauraLynn. So when the hospice was opened in 2011, we've supported over 800 families. Last year we supported 670 families. We're a national charity, so we have a hospice in Dublin, but we also support in the family's home. So it's a national charity in that sense, that we have family support within the comfort of their own home. So that could be nursing care, it could be music therapy, play therapy. We've a range of services, so it's a really wraparound service for the whole family. So we care for the child and we support the whole family. So we look after the parents, siblings, the child themselves, grandparents. Yeah.
So, how do fundraisers and donations actually help LauraLynn?
Yeah, so there's numerous services that we offer a child when they are referred to our hospice. So they get 15 nights throughout the year that they can avail of our hospice here in Dublin. So they can stay overnight. Their families can stay overnight. We have 4 family bedrooms upstairs, all en suite, and it's direct care of the child. And the families have the option of staying, or they can choose to go home and come back and collect their child then afterwards. So that's one part of our service. We have short stays, and that's a real chance for families to, I suppose, have that break and spend quality time together. It's all about kind of making memories. We say you're making the most of short and precious lives, and that's really what the funds are doing with our fundraiser, which is absolutely fantastic. Life can be pretty challenging for families when they have this diagnosis, so to really be there for them throughout their whole journey, at every point of their journey, from diagnosis right to end of life. When they come to LauraLynn, there's so many services that are available to them. So we have play therapy, music therapy, as well as nursing care. But we also have things like we have a psychologist, we've family support team. So there's occupational therapy, speech and language therapy. So many services that maybe families didn't realise that were actually part of LauraLynn. So when they come up here, we have, there's physio, there's dietitians, there's a huge amount that can be offered. It depends on the needs of the child. So the funds that you provide all are in support of that, to make sure that we really fulfill the needs of that particular family. And that every family is different. Every needs are different. And when they come up to LauraLynn for the short stay, for instance, the families have a particular goal in mind. So they might want to have a baking experience, because I remember one family, we have 2 activity coordinators in LauraLynn, and they're very focused on making memories and making sure that the families get really fun activities when they're up here. And one of the family coordinators, she was talking about a family who really have a kitchen that's too small to bake together. So when they come up here, they have that space. They have 2 staff members that can support them, and they have photographs to take home, and it's really, really, it's things we probably take for granted that's really special to them. But we wouldn't be able to do those kind of activities only for funds coming in. And it really is so precious. I mean, every moment counts for them. It really does. So we have all those activities as well as going out to the family homes, where we also do memory making activities in the family home, in the hospitals. And then we have our bereavement care. So we do have a bereavement coordinator here. And there's a whole support system there when it comes to end of life and bereavement care as well. So we support families, about 3 years after a family suffers the loss of a child. So the service doesn't end as soon as the child passes away. So it does continue on, which is quite unique for LauraLynn. So that's really important to mention. But end of life is one part of several parts of the service that we offer. So every euro counts. It really does. And I suppose just to mention a couple of the really unique activities that we have here, that I wouldn't have realised hospice kind of would have organised. So when we talk about making memories, one of the activities we have is called the Oscars. So we asked LauraLynn families, would they like to create their own movie? And they create their own script. They have actors in it, the family act in it, and it is created into a movie, and it's shown on the big screen in the Odeon in Charlestown. And it's a red carpet event. People are in black tie, and they are cheered by pupils of different schools. They're along the red carpet. The child and their family are coming in up the red carpet, welcomed into the cinema, and they're all shouting their name of the child, and tears are everywhere, and it's very emotional, and it's really, really special, and it's very unique for the families to experience something like that, and that's memories that last forever. So that's kind of one kind of special activity that we have. But we have lots on site. We have family fun days. We have sibling camps. It's very important to support siblings throughout all of this. So there's so many services that your funds will help. Honestly, it just, we can't thank you enough for doing this. It really makes a difference. And yeah, just thank you.
Okay, wow. So you do really offer such a wide range of services to help the families. But if you were to sum it up, what would be just the main goal of LauraLynn as a hospice, and what are you looking to do in one or two sentences?
It is supporting a family when they really need it. It is caring for the child and supporting the whole family when they're dealing with a diagnosis like this. I mean, it's 24/7. Like, these families just, they're constantly looking for support and really trying to make those memories while they can. And that's what LauraLynn does, is to make every moment count.
So what is one thing that you have learned yourself from these amazing families?
Resilience just comes up time and time again. Just the strength of the families, they just keep going. And when I meet families, some families actually do fundraise for us. We never expect it, but that's how I get to know them, because I'm a fundraiser here. They're just going through so much, but you'd never know. They're very much in the moment, and that definitely teaches me to probably be a bit more present, even with my own family and friends. I'm here 9 years, and yeah, it's a very privileged job and position that we're in when we're working with these families. They're going through so much, and they just really appreciate the support that fundraisers do for us, and it really makes a difference to them to think, oh my God, there's DCU thinking of us. You could be choosing any charity, you could choose to do something else entirely, and you've decided to do this. So they're very much appreciative of it. So Yeah, I've learned so much from the job, I have to say. Yeah, I feel very, very honoured to work here, I have to say. Yeah.
So obviously we're raising money for LauraLynn. Is there any other way that people could help out other than donating?
Yeah, there's lots of activities that we have. To name a couple, we have a bake sale campaign at the moment. It's called Bake a Difference instead of Make a Difference. I love a pun. So there's that. We have a hair donation campaign. So anyone with long hair in DCU, we have a hair donation campaign. It is called Locks of Love. It is one of our biggest campaigns, actually. So people donate the hair to a wig charity, and then the hair, and then the funds actually come to LauraLynn. So that's another way to get involved. We have lots of challenges that run throughout the year, but everything is on our website if you want to go to lauralynn.ie and how to help. And yeah, there's various campaigns, or if you want to go to our campaigns page, there's ways to get involved there. But there's numerous ways to, everything from quiz nights to golf events, or anything wild and wacky in between. We welcome it all.
Thank you so much for joining us. As we just heard, LauraLynn Hospice does some amazing work, and we need you guys to donate. The link is below in our description of the YouTube, so please donate anything that you can. It is so important, and thank you so much for listening, guys.